education. I am happy to be a part of a school district that has truly lived by the motto to leave no child off line, and we are future ready for the world. So I'm going to start off with a video because I wanted to be a good role model, not only for our teachers, but for the community. So I created this video, I shot the film for it, I wrote the music for it, and I did the editing in Final Cut Pro. So let's take a listen.
As superintendent of the Coachella Valley Unified School District, I am honored to serve some of the poorest of the poor in our nation. 97% of our students are Hispanic, and 90% receive free and reduced lunch. And of the small number of students that pursue college, only 16% graduate. Surely, something needed to change. And that change is taking place. We are transforming our district to a one-to-one 24/7 mobile learning environment. Using Apple Technologies, products, and services, our goal, prepare all students for college, career, and citizenship by providing 18,000 iPads for 18,000 students. In April, we traveled to Cupertino. Immediately, we knew that Apple possessed the right approach, the right products, and the right services. In May, we held Transformation Day to chart our path forward. In July, we qualified Measure X, a general obligation bond. In August, we began an ambitious iPad pilot program by placing 5,600 iPads in the hands of our students, with 120 teachers using iPads and MacBook Pros like pros. By utilizing Apple technologies and applications like Keynote, Pages, iMovie, and GarageBand, our data indicated that the pilot program students were more engaged and more excited than ever about their learning. And most importantly, these students are doing better academically and socially. So we are happy to announce that in November, our voters passed Measure X with 67% of the vote. Therefore, our journey continues with Apple products and services at the core of the Common Core. And now, a new and true 21st century teaching and learning environment is possible because we now understand the need to marry technology, content, and pedagogy to ensure that learning is the focus, not memory. Together, we are now paving the way by utilizing iPads and challenge-based learning to transform the way we communicate, create, think, and collaborate. Some say think outside the box. We say there is no box. The question was, what kind of world do you want? The answer is a world where hope plus equity plus Apple leads to a better day and a better way.
Thank you. It was a great joy to make that video. It kind of encapsulates what we went through when we began this process and this journey. And I want to talk a little bit about who we are and why we did what we did. Coachella Valley Unified School District is now 20,000 students, and our land area covers about 1,220 square miles, so we're larger than the state of Rhode Island. And 98% of our students are Latino, but 100% are free and reduced lunch. So there are challenges within our school district that we accept as opportunities to help the students learn and grow, and our main focus was to bring that community together to ensure that those students were graduating prepared for college, career, and citizenship. And another reason we did this is one of the data points I looked at was the fact that of the number of students we graduated, only 16.5% who went on to college graduated from college. And to me, that was educational malpractice. And we had to change that. So we began the process of digital conversion and really changing our culture to ensure that our students are going to be successful when they left us. When we began the process to convince the community to go along with us and present them, we wanted to present them with a general obligation bond because they had to finance it. You know, the state wasn't giving us the money and the feds aren't giving us the money. It had to come down to the people. So we did what we call Transformation Day, and we brought people in from Apple and they demonstrated the devices, and we had the high school student assemblies, we had parent assemblies, we had elected member come in, and we had an assembly for them, and we talked about the importance and the need to really change what we were doing to really transform our district. And that day was called Transformation Day, and that was in 2012. Our goal was to give every student an iPad, not just high school, but from preschool all the way up to grade 12. And we were able to do that because we had a campaign, and we went to the voters, and there were a lot of our voters who didn't have kids in our community, but they cared about those kids, and they were willing to vote for that bond. 67% and we were able to get the funds necessary to move forward with our initiative. Most important for us as you move down this path is to ensure that things are done step by step. And one of the most important things we found out, as Rich said, you're going to make a lot of mistakes, but you learn that the infrastructure should truly come first, right? I would say in combination with the professional development. And so we looked at our infrastructure. It was totally inadequate. We wanted a state-of-the-art system. We went to Cisco and said, we want the best equipment you have. We have the money through the bond. Let's build a state-of-the-art system that takes us to the year 2020 and beyond. And we were able to do that, ensuring that we had filtering in our system so we can provide a secure environment for our students. The only people that can access our system is our students and our staff. Anyone else cannot. And if our students try to escape out of our system, we catch them pretty quick, and we have a meeting with the parents and the student. One of the other innovative ideas we came up with, we wanted 24/7 connectivity. And so we knew that some of our students were not in communities or trailer home parks, which we have a lot of. They were not connected. And so I said, well, why don't we use some of these 100 buses we have, put a router on them, and put them in those communities. So we did that. We got some small level of success with it, but we found that the battery would not stay charged all night. So then we said, let's put solar panels on the bus. We did that. Battery stays charged all night. Students are able to connect in their homes, in their trailer home park. They don't have to drive to McDonald's or to the district office or to the school site to connect. They can stay in their own homes and have their 24/7 access. Important to us was, how do we support this initiative? So we began to merge our IT and our ed tech divisions into one division, and it's staffed with about 35 people now. We have educational technology specialists who are trained in how to not only help with the IT portion, but help with teacher practice in the classroom. These are some of our experts in using technology in the classroom. They know how to integrate it, and know how to train teachers to do it. We have deployment procedures that's a huge complicated issue. When we first began our process, Apple helped us a lot, but Apple doesn't want you to depend on them forever. And we began to start deploying our own devices, and it's a huge endeavor, but our team knows how to do it now. It takes a lot of people. We even had students helping to deploy those devices. And we even created an iGenius student program from high school to middle school. They're helping teachers, they're helping each other, they're helping other kids deploy the devices and maintain them. And so we have a lot of courses that are available online. We have webinars, and we want to make sure we continue to build that division up because it's very, very important to us. Our person in charge is now our Chief Technology Officer. She's one of the first women in the state to get that recognition, and doing a great job with that. As you know, with technology, it's just a tool. What are you going to teach the kids? So we knew that the Common Core standards were coming. Of course, now State Superintendent Torlakson calls them the new California standards. Well, we know what they are, and we wholeheartedly accept those. And our teachers are writing the units of study. They bought into that, and we're using Edmodo for our LMS to download those units of study into. And we're going to see in the next several years, I think, a great change in the way we teach, we learn, and we assess. We still don't want to get away from the 3 R's, and they should be the 6 R's. Reading, writing, arithmetic, of course, is our basic foundational knowledge base that we cannot forget, best first instruction. But also we rely on relationships, relevance, and rigor. How are we going to connect with those students? And it's really about connectivity. And when you lose that, you don't have buy-in even from students, from parents. You want to make sure that you have relationships that are meaningful and that the curriculum is relevant. And that took us to the fact that we wanted to make sure our students had the 4 C's, and I call them navigating the C's because we wanted to make sure they're critical thinkers, communicators, but it's all about preparation for college, career, and citizenship. It does us no good if students don't have options when they leave us, and they have options if we're able to truly implement a 21st century learning environment. One of the other things that relate to as far as the rigor and the relevance is wall-to-wall academies. We want every student in an academy as early as 4th grade. If they know what they want to do for the rest of their life, if we can help them find their passion, they will never have to work a day in their life. And so we are instituting academies in just about everything you can name. And I told students, if we don't have an academy for you, we'll create one for you. It could be a 1-student academy. I do not care. If you want to be an underwater basket weaver, we're going to have an underwater basket weaving academy just to teach you. So when you graduate from us, you have a job or a passion that you can do to to fulfill your life. But we don't want to forget about the A through G curriculum. Every student starting this year will have A through G curriculum. That means they will be able to go to a 4-year school in California. And that is our standard. Some people are very afraid of that. But I say, well, you obviously don't believe in yourself or our students if you're afraid of that. You should accept that. And let's move forward. You have the tools, you have the technology, you have the professional development. There is no excuse. I will not accept less. And let us not forget about social emotional learning. That's very, very important too. Reach the kid through their heart. Show them who you are from your heart. You'll be amazed at what students will do. They do not want to disappoint their teacher. And of course, global awareness and all those things go into that as well. Pedagogy, as you know, is important. Professional development. Your teachers will recoil if you don't teach them and train them how to use the devices. So we have continuously upgraded our professional development, professional learning networks, the environment to ensure teachers are learning and growing. And we came up with a program called the Samurai Program. And you know about Samurai, substitution, I don't have to read definition, but we wanted our students to have certification in using this model. And so we came up with a program called Samurai. And we developed the courses, a 5-week course, 40 to 60 hours. You have assessments, projects, you get badges, you get email taglines, and soon you're going to get money for completing the Samurai program. So our teachers really love that program. As we go around the country presenting on that, people want to buy this program because it's really a well-defined, in-depth program. And if you don't have something like that, I will be happy to share that with you. And to conclude my presentation, some of my colleagues were with me at the White House when we went there to visit the president and talk about the Future Ready initiative. At the time, I was facing surgery for double hip replacement, so I was actually in a wheelchair. But great today because I did it on April 1st, and I'm ready to go, ready to salsa with anybody in the room. So, ladies, that is. Anyway, let me clear that up. But anyway, I wanted to just have a friend of ours in my presentation for me.
Darryl Adams is the superintendent of the Coachella Valley Unified School District in California. Where's he? There you go. Good to see you. One of the poorest school districts in the country. And a few years ago, Coachella started providing every student from pre-K to high school with a tablet of their own. Is that one of them that you, yeah? You didn't take that from a student, did you? Okay. They paid for it through a bond measure, which voters overwhelmingly approved. So the whole community is committed to their children's education. Many students still don't have internet access at home, but the district found a solution for that too. They're putting Wi-Fi routers on school buses and parking them across the district every night. This is really smart, right? So you got underutilized resources, buses in the evening, you put the routers on, disperse them, and suddenly everybody's connected. Now it's not just students who can get online, it's their families as well. So I know a lot of superintendents have stories like these. You've found innovative ways to reach your students and improve your schools.
So I want to thank the president because all of us who was there, it was great things that we were talking about that we're doing throughout the country. And to be a part of the Future Ready movement forward is very, very honorable for our school and our district. And I just leave you with this. We believe in listening, learning, and leading forward with our heart and as a servant leader. We believe that doing that, we truly can make the impossible possible because the people in Coachella never thought for a second they can do what we've done, but they've done it because we rallied together to do it. And when I talk about Future Ready, they understand that the future is now and we're happy to be a part of it. So thank you.